Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of GM Fantasy. I'm Paul, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at my top 5 options to aggressively go after for in trade before it's too late. So let's check it out. So it's been 2 weeks of the NFL season, and I think we've got enough time to see how certain players are going to be utilized in their respective offenses. So I've got 5 players that I want you to aggressively go after and trade for before it's too late. Now, the players we're going to talk about, they're not exactly unknown players. They're known commodities, but I think they're still slightly undervalued. So I think you can still get them for a decent price. So let's take a look at these 5 players. I'm going to go one per position group, and then I'll give you a bonus fifth that I guess is my main guy that I want you to go after. And yeah, so we'll go like that. So the first player on the list is going to be Jackson Smith-Njigba. Now, at the beginning of the year, I was a little worried about him. Wasn't sure how Darnold was going to be with him. Cooper Kupp came into town. What was going to be his usage? You know, they were saying, oh, he's going to be on the outside now instead of the slot. So there were a lot of question marks. And you know what? After 2 weeks, I've got no more concerns. This guy is definitely the wide receiver one. He's been getting the majority of the targets. I think he's wide receiver 7 right now as it is. And I could potentially see him going higher than that. He's getting 9 targets week 1, 8 targets week 2, 13 targets week 1, 10 targets week 2, and 100 yards in both games. No touchdowns yet, but that's going to come. I'm not too worried about that. Darnold's been looking for him. They've been scheming routes for him. So I'm really happy to see that. I think this guy is going to be a league winner. So I would definitely target him aggressively in trade. Now, there's some some owners out there that might be a little stingy on him and know what they have. But for your casuals out there, I would make an offer, maybe like a Chuba Hubbard and a Zay Flowers for JSN. I think that makes a lot of sense. Doing a 2-for-1 trade to try to upgrade, I think, is your best way to go about it. But obviously, it's going to depend on who you're trading with. Don't break the bank for him. I don't think you want to go that far. But if you can get a good deal for JSN, man, I would definitely do it. And I would do it now before he has even better weeks and then before his price skyrockets. Number 2, we're going to go with Tyler Warren. I think he's going to be the number 1 target in Indy when it's all said and done. Daniel Jones has been looking for him a lot. His wide receivers are it's not like they're not getting targets, but Tyler Warren's the number one read every time, it seems. And he's been getting targeted. So he's got 9 targets week 1, 7 targets week 2, over 70 yards both games. That touchdown, it's going to come. You know, I see 100-yard games in his future as well. I think right now he's 3rd amongst tight ends in targets. It's just looking good. Now, and the fact that he's only played 2 games in the NFL, not many people are going to know about him. So you'll be able to get him for relatively cheap. He's definitely going to be a league winner if he continues this pace, already at tight end 3. So I would be very aggressive in going after Tyler Warren. I don't see any downsides to him. I think he's a little banged up at the moment, but he looks like he's going to be a tough player for defenses to handle. And just go after Tyler Warren. I think you're going to be very happy by the end of the year of how he finishes. Our next player is going to be Jordan Mason. Now, Jordan Mason, at the beginning of the year, you were a little worried because he was going to split time with Aaron Jones. And they more or less were splitting time, but now that Jones went on the IR for his hamstring, they're saying it could be 4 to 6 weeks before he comes back. It's Jordan Mason time. And O'Connell has already said that they're not worried to feature him like a bell cow. They were already happy with the way he was running before Aaron Jones got injured. So now it's going to be Jordan Mason time. He looked good. I think he's going to have a really strong finish to the end of the year, especially if they let him remain the number 1 running back. He's going to get those goal line touches. He's a big bruiser. And the fact that he was I guess you could say, the 1B option going into the year, not many people are going to value him that high. So you'll be able to get him for, a relatively cheap. So I would definitely suggest going after Jordan Mason. He's gonna definitely surprise a bunch of people when it's all said and done by the end of the year. After that, I got Bo Nix for quarterback, and now is a buy low time. He had a rough week 1, week 2 he bounced back, but had a a rough second half, I guess you could say. Don't worry, he's gonna bounce back. He actually looked really good in the first half of the last game, and I still think he's gonna be a top 10 quarterback by the end of the year, potentially top five. They're gonna fix this. Like he's too good, I think, and he's really good at bouncing back. The last time he had a bad week, man, he bounced back no problem. He forgets these things pretty easily, and he's clear minded. I just love the way he reads the field. Like if you look at some statistics, they don't exactly maybe look the greatest, but there's more to the football than just statistics. You just look, if he passes my eye test anyway. He looks comfortable. He doesn't look overwhelmed. Maybe his offensive line has to help him. His wide receivers, I find, have been letting him down the last couple of games. Other than Troy Franklin, he had almost a breakout game last week. That was his best game as a pro so far. And I think there's just going to be better times to come. So look for Bo Nix. I think he's obviously not going to cost too much now, especially that the stock went down on him a little bit. But the stock will go back up. So get him now before he gets too expensive. He's gonna do very, very well for you. I have no doubts about that. And now my fifth player that I think is probably the best player you should go after is Rome Odunze. Now he obviously blew up. Yes, last week he had 100-something yards and 2 touchdowns. So he's obviously people are gonna be a little more aware of him, but only one game so far, so you could probably still get him for relatively cheap. He's going to be the wide receiver one. Like a lot of the rumblings out of camp already, whereas he already took over as the wide receiver one. He's Caleb's favorite option. DJ Moore he's going to be out of Chicago next year. I have no doubts about this. He's just there because the salary is because of his contract situation. Essentially, it's going to be him, and it's going to be Luther Burden next year. And man, he looks good. He had 100% snap share last week. He had 11 targets, 7 catches, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was the receiver that Caleb was looking for to bail him out. He's a big guy. Even in his rookie year, like I know his rookie year was very disappointing. I think he only had not even 200 yards for the whole year. But if you looked at his combine numbers, man, he was like top 5 combine numbers of all time. I remember I saw something with Ron Stewart about that. He was talking about that on Twitter. And it's just he's gonna produce. Sometimes it just takes a bit of time for them to get their feet under them, get comfortable with the system. Ben Johnson just got there, so I just think it's gonna start taking off, and you need to get him now before he really explodes, and then he just becomes way too expensive. Go after Rome Odunze. He's gonna be a league winner, no doubt in my mind, and you'll thank me after you win your championship if you end up getting him. So those are my top 5 players. Obviously, you don't want to break the bank to go get them, but if you're able to get these guys for a decent deal, please do it. Your team is going to be so much better for it. So I'm going to leave it like that. If you guys made it this far, man, please leave a like, subscribe, leave some comments down in the comments section. I'd love to go back and forth with you on certain things. If you think there's some other players that I might have missed that would be even better than the 5 I gave you, let me know. I'm curious to see what you guys think. If you guys think I'm an idiot and all these players are going to be stupid, tell me that too. I want to know how stupid I am. Thanks a lot for sticking around this long, guys. And don't forget, I've got 2 vlog series going on right now also on my channel. 2 leagues that that I've been part of for a while, and then a brand new one on League Tycoon called the GM Charter Fantasy League with some subscribers. So if you guys are ever curious on how a contract league works, join us for the ride throughout the whole year. I'll be sure to fill you guys in on the standings, any drama, trades that go on throughout the year. Should be a lot of fun. Also, I was recently a guest on a Front Office Pros. You guys should check them out. I'll leave a link to their channel in the description. And then be on the lookout for tomorrow as well. I'm going to have another video of my top 5 players that you should trade away ASAP before they lose their value. So it should be exciting. Thanks a lot, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.